And look at this, in game one, Hawaii and BYU each average about 3 blocks a game. Hawaii already with 6 and the Cougars with 4.
That is some big-time net play as we see Heather Bowen come back into the game for Shelly Kim. Those are the good block up front. This is how they started the game, John. This is rotation number 1, where they got 2 points right off the bat.
11-7. Great save. And Ilustre keeps it alive but goes into the net. Not much she could do. Dave Shoji applauds the hustle of his team that time. In BYU, Hawaii won the first game, lost the next 3. In Hawaii, BYU won the first 2 games and lost the next 3. So no matter what happens here, I would stick around because these teams battle it out all day long.
Watch Heather Bowen go up here on the 31 set, goes right over 2 BYU blockers again. BYU figuring out Hawaii's offense, but does no good because Hawaii just physically overpowering BYU right now.
How do you illustrate in part of 4 blocks so far for the Wahine? Nice hit that time by Buchanan. Buchanan again still hitting negative.
You see Buchanan on the little backslide.
BYU just keeping it alive, so a 3 ball. Hawaii's got to perform in the transition now. Up top, here's Ilustre, only 1 blocker. She gets blocked, keeps it alive, and it's going to be pushed over by Hubbard. What they call 4 hits. I believe it hit Sutherland's head.
Good call by Verna Klubnikin, applauded by the BYU crowd, booed by the Hawaii fans. It was a good call, though.
It was a good call off the head. That counts as a touch after the initial block. Not a great pass that time. And Lima, great hit, though, from behind the 10-foot line, and Hawaii will get it back. Boy, Veronica Lima, how smart a play was that? A tough swing at a tough angle with 3 blockers, and she gets it.
Well, John, great teams do that on the off play, the emergency type play. They make the big play. They go up and take a swing at the ball, and they're alert and ready. They don't just bump the ball over the net.
And that's the call you got to make as a player. Do I just get it in or do I go for it? She went for it. Hawaii thought that ball did not go over the net. They thought it was 4 touches, but as I look now, none of the Hawaii players complaining. So obviously it was touched on the block, and BYU gets it. Hawaii had an opportunity there. It's 8-11 in game 1. Ilustre from behind the 10-foot line. Partially blocked. That ball through the block. Nicely hit by Melissa Layton. Layton is a great player in WAC play. She had 374 on the year, but 427 against WAC teams. Another service error for the Cougars. BYU, second service error. Hawaii has a couple.
You know, John, this first game is lasting a long time. Charlie Wade and Dave Shoji love that because they think the more rotations they go through, the more it'll affect BYU than it will Hawaii. They're middle blockers instead of having people come in for them to play the back row. They're middle blockers. They'll have to play through the back row.
What a pancake dig by Seihani Miyashiro. A ball that was all but grounded. She saves it, and Hawaii steals it. You take a look.
This is the defensive play of the match right here so far. Seihani Miyashiro just laying it out there, giving it her body up for the team.
And then
time.
Nikki Hubbard gets the block on it. So the 2 smallest bows on the court coming up big that time. 12-9 through the block off Ilustre. Getting it back is Mary Carpenter. Carpenter's had a great night so far. She's got 4 kills and no errors.
She's averaging 4 kills a game right now, leading the tournament. She's tough to stop.
And she was a walk-on from Ricks College. How good is that to have her walk-on? Coach, can I play?
Well,
nice step out from Lima.
Shot by Lima. Remember, Carpenter went to UCLA. He started. She was on the all-freshman all-Pac-10 team. So she's a legitimate player. And certainly Lane Michaelis was more than happy to take her on as a walk-on from Ricks.
It's her 3rd school in 3 years. 12-9, Hawaii serving and leading. In the middle, Rogers goes long, not touched. She saw 3 blockers and tried to get some hands on it.
That was a play that BYU tried yesterday against UNLV, and it worked. Today, Hawaii had it well scouted.
Good short serve by Hubbard. The block goes up, chance now. It's going to be set by Roberts. Back set for Ilustre. Interesting call that time by Roberts, not going wide. And now a 3 ball. Kim, Hubbard, Karate, got it. Game point for Hawaii, 14-9.
Oh, the Bows hanging in there, John, just persevering, gutting it out with every point. Those two teams going toe-to-toe. As Elaine Michael said, this might be a prize fight tonight.
Long serve, and it does go out by Hubbard. So the Aloha ball, we'll have to wait.
Not one of the things you want to do is serve out at game ball, ever.
One of the things Hawaii's talked about is finishing teams, Chris. Oh, and BYU says, here, take it again. Go ahead, you go ahead and serve again. Carpenter right into the net. So Hawaii, which if you'll recall, had two 13-11 leads, I think, in Hawaii and lost game 1 and game 2. I think they actually had game point in game 1. Through the block, back to the Cougars.
One of the things you'll see tonight that'll be different from last time, John, is that if the Cougars should start making a run at the Bows, you'll see the Bows behave a little bit differently. They've been working hard with Peter Burwash, their consultant, on putting teams away.
Right on the line. Right on the line. An ace serve. Take a look. Just dipped in and hit the white part of the line.
I'm sitting right on the line here, and I hate to say it, but it looked very much out.
Well, I thought it was in. 10-14. Lima's Ruth one-on-one with the best blocker in America, 11-14. Dave Shoji calls time. Look at those hands over the net. Boy, Puikkonen gets about 12 inches of her arm up over that net. 11-14, Hawaii calls time. And Chris, your Dave Shoji, you're setting up a play right now.
Well, right now he's got Veronica Lima up front. My guess is that even though they went to Lima just now, I like Lima on the step-out move right now. Set her out to the antenna where she was so effective yesterday against San Jose State.
Here's that ace again. It's going to be hard to tell. You'll see the shadow of the ball right by the line. Yeah, well, it's still hard to tell. But nobody on the Hawaii bench jumped up, and Wendy Park, one of the assistants, is right on the line, and she just kind of ho-hum. But this is where Hawaii would like to put it away, of course. 7-6, it was 6-4, now we're at 7-6 in the blocks. The team's not hitting well still. Hawaii hitting 179, BYU 120. Each team with 12 errors. Wow. 12 errors. I want to put that in perspective. Last night against San Jose State, Hawaii had 13 errors total for 3 games. BYU had 15 errors total in 3 games. So the blocking is forcing players to do different things, trying to get around or over the block, and we've seen some errors. All right, Hawaii wants to side out. BYU wants to tighten it up. It's 11-14. Jump serve. A good one. Not a great pass, but it'll be kept in play by Illustre. 3-ball mistake that time by the Cougars. Leah Karate got lucky as her ball just went right over and BYU over-bumped it back.
Karate was trying to get this ball further over the net, actually forced a short pass there over the net, and as you saw, Illustre put it down.
So Lima waiting for game 1. Over the block, here's a chance for Hawaii. Not a strong hit that time. Illustre, one blocker up and sees Roof. Rogers got her. Illustre had room, couldn't put it through.
Dave Shoji saying, way to swing at the ball, Heidi, but you know, the middle might have been open, might go to Bowen there in that spot. Easy to second guess.
Still 11-14. Good pass. Step out move. Roberts doesn't get a good swing. Chance for the Cougars. Outside Yort, block. Outside Yort again, block, and it goes out, 12-14. Yort leading the team with 6 kills right now. Into the net. Well, BYU trying to serve tough, and Hawaii with yet one more opportunity. It's going to be Sudduth coming in for a serve. How's this for pressure?
One of their best servers, Jessica Sudduth, in all her career, all 3 years. She's been a great jump float server, and she can break it out after 3 weeks of not practicing very much.
Here she goes. 14-12, game 1 for the game. Sudduth takes something off it.
Shank the pass.
Dug beautifully by Lima. Bowen off the touch, got it! When push came to shove, they bring in the all first team WAC Sudeth. She gets the floater serve, and the WAC Player of the Year gets the kill. Hawaii wins game number 1, 15-12. Take a breath. We'll be back.